Take them down to 2. Grab another Creative Outburst. We hit for 6. Good game. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Rowan and Wills. Today, we are playing with the long-lost Grixis Control. You may not even know about this deck archetype if you're new to the game. It's been so long since it's been relevant within the standard meta, but today, we're going to change all that, playing best of 1 within standard. We'll break down the deck list, talk about the strategy synergies, show you the gameplay footage, discuss our playlines and interactions, wrap up with our final thoughts and deck review, giving you, the viewer, a good idea whether or not this deck fits you and your playstyle, and more importantly, your wildcard collection. With this being said, thank you so much for your support within the channel. Make sure to like the video to help its engagement, and check out our link tree if you're looking for any additional information, like supporting the channel, our community Discord, contests and giveaways, not to mention our free cash prize tournaments as well. So check that out. You can even give it a Google if you can't find it in the description. Let's get into it. All right, Grixis Control, standard best of 1, 60 cards, 4.3 average mana value within the deck, 32 non-creatures, 4 creatures with 24 land. We do have, the majority blue here within the deck, split with red, and then, black spiced in. So you could call this, if you want, a Prismari base with an addition of black. But, to me, it's just the Grixis build. And I am looking to potentially incorporate, maybe more black cards in the deck. But I think we have a very good blend right now for where it's at. We really want to talk about the biggest strategies and synergies first here. Rowan, Scholar of Sparks, enters with 2 loyalty. She can -4. You get an emblem with whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may pay 2. If you do copy that spell, and you may choose new targets for the copy. This is absolutely incredible, and we can combo this first and foremost with Professor Onyx's Magecraft ability. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So you'll cast it, then you'll copy it. It'll double the Magecraft ability, and that's going to be really, really good. The things that we can double down on, well, we've got Magma Opus here. This is going to deal 4 damage to any target divided as we choose. We'll tap 2 permanents, create a 4/4, and then draw 2 cards. So, if we do think of it that way, potentially for 10 mana, we can deal 8 damage to our opponent. And this is if we already have the emblem out this turn. Sure, we can -4 this turn, think of it that way. But potentially, you can deal an additional 3 damage if you can use the plus ability after this. But again, you're dealing 4 damage with the Opus. You double down on it. You're dealing 8. Plus now Onyx's Magecraft ability will do an additional 4. And if you already had Rowan in play, because you're drawing 4 cards, 5 for the turn, you'll be able to deal 3 damage there. So the damage output is very, very high, and you can do it very, very quick, right? Playing these combos later in game when you have control, it's not going to be too hard to do. A similar thing goes with Creative Outburst. This deals 5 damage to any target. You get to look at the top 5 of your cards of your library, put one of them into your hand, the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. So, that will deal damage to our opponents as well. It's only going to grab us an additional card, so not quite enough to trigger Rowan. And I believe it is a search and then put into your hand, not a draw effect, so it wouldn't trigger it anyways. However, it's still really, really good because, 7 damage. If you're copying it, it's doing 10 plus the 4 for 14. So again, the damage output is very, very high. And coming full circle now to our second synergy within the deck that I want to talk about is the discarding of Opus and the discarding of Creative Outburst. On turn 2, we can toss these out of our hand to make a treasure token. And then on turn 3, for 4 mana, we can play the Torrent Sculptor. It's a 2/2 with ward for 2, so your opponent has to pay 2 additional mana to target it. Whenever Torrent Sculptor enters the battlefield, exile an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard, put a number of +1/+1 counters on the Sculptor equal to half that card's mana value rounded up. So 4, 7, 3.5 rounded up is 4, and of course 8 is 4. We can put 4 +1/+1 counters on the Torrent Sculptor, making it a 6/6 with ward 2 on turn 3. That's very, very nice. I absolutely love it. So, your opponent has to find cheap removal, which isn't going to be able to kill a 4 CMC 6/6. We know this, right? And then it allows it to stay in play because they can't target it through the ward ability, and then you can kind of take control over the match after that. And it's great late game for the same reason. You can use Flamethrower Sonoda for a little bit of removal. Discard a card, then draw a card. When you discard an instant or sorcery card, the Flamethrower will deal damage equal to that card's converted mana cost to Planeswalker or creature you don't control. Really high damage, single target removal for us. And of course, we've got a lot of field wipes here. 4 copies of Draconic Intervention. So we're discarding cards to the graveyard. That's a common modality in the deck. This will allow us to take advantage of that to kill the creatures for 4 mana at sorcery speed. As an additional cost to cast a spell, exile an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. Draconic Intervention deals X damage to each non-dragon creature, where X is the exiled card's mana value. If a creature dealt damage this way would die this turn, exile it instead, and of course exile the intervention after you cast it. We have 2 copies of Extinction Event, choose odd or even, then exile all creatures with the chosen mana value, which is great as well. So some nice field wipes. We also have Prismari Command for 3, choose 2 instant speed, 2 damage to any target, nice removal. Target player draws 2 cards, then discards 2 cards. That's a good way for us to get cards in the graveyard if we need. Target player creates a treasure token, my favorite, and destroy target artifact if there is a cleave or a henge. You know, all of the odds and ends that go around with that as well. It's quite nice. Coming back now to Will and Rowan, their passive ability. Instances and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. This is really good. They both have the same ability. So things like our Eliminate, our Heartless Act are all reduced by 1. So Eliminate, Heartless Act, you can cast for 1 mana if Will or Rowan are in play. Instant speed removal, Heartless Act, destroying creature regardless of its mana value, or you can remove 3 counters from creature. You can only destroy creature if it has no counters on it, remember. And Eliminate for 2, destroying target creature or planeswalker with mana value 3 or less. Basically, these are just here to kill Faceless Havens, but you never know what you run into. You might want to take out draw engines right away. 4 copies of the Mazemind Tome. This does not get reduced, but we're on it, so we'll talk about it. Tap it to scry, pay 2, tap it to draw a card. Every time you tap it, you put a page counter on it. When you have 4 page counters, sacrifice it into exile and gain 4 life, right? So it's a little bit of a consistency engine there with the scry and draw, which is nice. We have exile through Baleful Mastery. 2 copies of this in deck. Exile target creature or planeswalker for 4 mana. We can cast it for 2, but if we do, our opponent gets to draw a card. That's it. That's the deck, right? So we've got the pathways here as well. And if you're unfamiliar, the +1 ability of Rowan will deal 1 damage to each opponent. If you've drawn 3 or more cards this turn, it'll deal 3 damage to each opponent instead. We talked about the -4. Talking about Will, +1, creating a creature to have toughness of 0-2 until the end of turn, power and toughness, right? -3, draw 2 cards. That's my favorite. And -7 is really nice too. Exile 5 target permanents. For each permanent exile this way, its controller creates a 4/4 elemental. So we can exile extra land, we can exile our tome, our treasure tokens, anything like that to beat down our opponent with lethal. But again, for the majority of the time, we have the huge 6/6 sculpture dealing damage. We have Rowan copying our spells, which helps our Magecraft out, and we're dealing massive direct damage with the Outburst, Opus, and potentially even Command, which is a lot of fun. Woo! That's the deck. Those are the strategies and synergies, you guys. It's a lot of fun. You know, Grixis control, like I said, hasn't been shown really the time of day as far as I'm concerned, but I think it's definitely worthwhile. And after today's gameplay footage, I'm sure you'll feel the same. Let me know what you think. Enjoy the footage, and we'll be back to wrap up with my final thoughts. Peace! Okay, so we actually have all 3 colors of land this match. That's nice. 3 land in hand with a turn 2 and turn 3 cast. Whoa, you guys. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. We keep Eliminate just chilling because we want to discard the Outburst. They're playing Selesnya, green and white. We can take care of Shepherd really easily with Command. Pass our turn. We have 4 land. Wow, nice. All of nice assortment of colors. What gets played here? We have 4 available mana ourselves. We could even eliminate Baleful Mastery, give them the draw. Let's just try to kill the Shepherd. Forces them into a Snakeskin Veil. Oh, they just bounce it. Okay. Let's pass our turn. We have another Prismari Command, and eventually, way down the line, we want to play this Intervention, at least for a 3-for-1, I think. Let's see if there's any interaction here. Another. That's 3 Shepherds of the Flock. Oh no, they're just cycling them, right? Let's take them both. Because this Shepherd will fizzle now. I forgot that they could recast it. LOL. We can't toss the field wipe. Getting rid of the ushers is good. Okay, we don't want too many lands here. They banish our tome? Okay. Guide Mother. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7. Let's pass our turn. I want to do an instant speed on something. Hopefully. Depending on how many creatures they play this turn. 3 cards left in hand for them. Oh, the Maul is good. Alright. Let's take Will and draw 2. -3.
Got to be a spell somewhere.
Okay. Okay. I know they have more Exile. Now they're banishing Light on Will here, probably. That's why we played something we got immediate value from. Well, Questing Beast takes care of it, too. Okay. It's good to know they have that.
None of my strategies worked.
Okay. Down to the last card. Let's see if we can do some do's here. We have another Creative Outburst. 6/6 with Ward. I mean, they have enough mana, they can pay for it. They do have another. Dang it! And they can afford to pay for it as well. Wheel goes out for the draw. Yeah.
If you want to win, fight smarter, not harder.
Yeah, because they could maul it and still hit us.
Well, this is a real page turner.
I think I kind of want to discard a card and draw. Toss the event, kill this, and we get a draw rather than just casting the event. I want to save Will. If we can, because it's so late game. Two tomes is not bad. And now, you know, the Questing Beast doesn't have... Oh! What did he just say? Questing Beast doesn't have haste? Yes, it does! That's a Love Struck Beast. Please do not play a Questing Beast on us. I should not have said that out loud. And I think that's how it got in my brain. Oh no, but they do get a draw. Which is unfortunate. Nice. So we need to kill that Innkeeper right now. Take the Scry. To the bottom, set a stop. I guess the stop doesn't matter. Let's take our draw. Take another draw. It's too late. Oh no, we got the cost reduction from Will. That's so sick, and they're both odds. Woo! Woof! No, that was lucky. Hallowblade is indestructible. That actually kind of sucks for us. What's that with all this land today? Oh, I don't know. The indestructible won't kill the blade. Good game. They don't want any part. They're out. If they could see how many lands we have, they would continue to play against us. Dr. Fibonacci himself. Oh my gosh, you guys. This guy's gonna wild out. The tomes make it worthwhile. We'll find that land. They go first. We'll draw a land. Obviously, we're great at drawing land. You guys have seen this today. You need to draw a land? Give me a call. I'll pull up. We have two Clearwaters and a Riverglide, so Clearwater, Murkwater, and then Lava Glide. We'll go Lava Glide first. Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. So we have Scries now. Looking for a Draconic Intervention, I'm thinking. Not that we've seen any creatures yet, but this is kind of that creature color. Yeah. Definitely Draconic Intervention against pests. Maybe do it now before they untap. Make our treasure token. And our turn. Just limp along until we do find a Draconic Intervention. I just don't want them to have any Magecraft available. Or any targets to sacrifice, like they were tapped there, so let's not let them untap to allow, you know, Village Rites in on us. We already have two tomes. Not that I dislike it, but maybe that's a misplay. I don't know. What do you guys think about that tome? Bottom or keep it there? Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Another tome goes out. We discard the Outburst. We Draconic Intervention, and then we play our Sculptor. Torrent Sculptor actually works pretty good. It's easy to confuse it with a Dean because it's a Modal face card, but it's not a Dean, so it's better. Because the Deans are not good. Wow, 3 Witherbloom Apprentices. That's pretty cool. No blocks. Two damage down to 18, that's fine. Let's toss this. One, two, three, four, five, six. Let's take our scries. So technically we could Liliana. I like the land. I think we just Draconic Intervention. It makes sense, I guess. I don't know. Probably. They might have a Village Rites here, which would suck, but whatever, right? Nothing. Okay, that's, like, pretty good. Let's pass our turn. I feel like they've bricked. I feel their pain in a different direction. We can take our scry here. Land can stay. Then we're not sacking our treasures, right?
Witherbloom is just as dark and musty as I remember.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, you don't make grade.
Just because we don't have any mana to play what we draw. And then they have access to a creature, which who knows what they do with it. That's fine. They need to pull an Environmental Sciences here to get their land. Yeah. Take our scry. Command is good. And now we can start letting it rip.
I have impeccable study habits.
Yeah, whatever. Let's make our, what is it, 6/6, hopefully? Into our grave, Creative Outburst. It's half its mana rounded up, right? So it's 7, which, you know, rounded up 3.5 is 4. I think we're set up. I think this is good. Let's give them a heart. That is an enchantment, so we actually can't kill it with command, only artifacts. Can we nuke? Still looking for a second blue source, if we can find it. The Soul Stipper! Let's take a draw. More land. Let's pass it up. More land. I love it. Let's see what we get here. More land. Oh my gosh. I can't handle life right now. Draconic Intervention can go out. Oh, can we cancel this? I thought we had a command there. Let's just do the old draw and discard. The lands can go. We'll keep that second island source or blue source. And then we can intervention for free. Kill the Soul Stepper. And we get a big hit in here finally. Down to 17. Alright. Things should be fine now. They're finally wrapped up, but you know, what do you do against a field like this, right? Even if you have removal for 3, you can't use it until you're at 5. Stuff like this. Which is okay. We can have them sacrifice that potentially. Liliana's plus will find removal. Ooh, that's good. Ooh, better than removal.
Let's go deep.
Should we kill this thing? Or just tap it? We get hit for 10 if we just tap it. No, let's be smart. Yes, I'm at 2. Tap these. You go to 2, you go to 2. Submit. We pay 3 life. And we actually gain 2 life because of Lily as well. And then they lose an additional 2. So we could have hit her 12. If we tapped it, we still would have had to pay life to tap it though. So, you know, why not sacrifice 2 damage? Ooh, is that like indestructible? Now they have the chump blocker. You dog. So we're going to decline this. Oh, but it countered the whole spell, not just the effect on... Oops. Okay. So we still needed to pay that life to get the 4/4 in the draw. Woof. Okay. That was a colossal misplay. I thought it would just negate the targeting of her, but it actually counters the entire spell. Yeah, counter it unless... And it's not counter the single effect, it's counter the whole gosh darn spell. That's fine, though. We'll be okay, right? We have another Lily in hand, so we leave this one open for them to attack. Veto is good. This is fine. Hit for 4. Down to 1. Let's take our turn. Lily goes up. 31 cards left in deck. Absolutely. Hitting odds here. Dealing damage with the Magecraft ability still. Down to 7. We go up to 21. We don't have to target the witch and we hit odds. They're left with a tapped 2/2. Okay, they're going in with Bastion damage here. Little bit of veto in my life. It's alright. They get a new blocker, which is really good. We still hit odds though. Let's throw Will out. Will can take a nice little draw for us. Keep us in the game.
Hey, let's hit the books.
And then you know it. I hit for 6. They definitely block it. If they don't block, they can kill Will, but I'm not sure it's worth it. Wow. Down to 3. Cool stuff. We should be able to just Magecraft them to death, that means. Ooh, gaining 4 life. Thank goodness Vito's gone, right? I think the deck feels like really consistent, in all honesty. It feels good. I like it. I'm proud of it. Grixis has been neglected for a very long time now in Standard, so it's nice to at least be able to make something work, right? Without Bolas in hand or in deck. I think the Sculptor really brings it all together, right? They can't pay for this. So that's going to be a scoop. Because they didn't gain life this turn. So that's just 4 mana wasted. Again, Torrent Sculptor saves the day. It's nice tech. People are like, well, my ward makes me pay 3 life, so all wards must be that, right? But ward has an individual cost to it, right? It's unique to the card. Some might be discard a card. Some might be, you know, pay 3 life. Others might be pay an amount of mana, right? Okay, so that's going to do it. Let's take a draw. I guess.
There has to be an answer.
This actually hits for lethal because of the Magecraft ability. Unless they can sack this pest to gain life. Looks like we're good. Maybe not, or else there wouldn't be a holdup. What's she gonna do, Willis? But if they sack it, then we can, of course, attack with our Torrent Sculptor for another 6. So that's great. Take them down to 2. Grab another Creative Outburst. We hit for 6. Good game. Very nice. I like how the deck performs. They did, you know, kind of go slow on their mana, though, but their curve is super low to the ground. So don't feel too bad for them. All right, I'll allow it. Could be better, but it could be far worse. We have 3 land of the appropriate colors. This is a good start. We just finished our deck building process for the day. 2 new decks, so we're gonna film them. First up, Grixis Control. And then 11 hours after this is done, because, you know, we do 2 a day, it's going to be Jeskai Control. Rowan is gone, so. So we need to play a red source, and we'll discard the Opus. Ramp. Ramp! I'm not entirely sure how relevant our removal will be in this matchup. We have Prismari Command ×2, which is nice. We can draw 2, discard 2, create treasures. We can even deal damage if needed, but... Alright, let's resolve first. Just like hands off. Take your decision, bro. You do what you wanna do. They did. They did the do. They're leaving the event, which means they don't need it. Like, they don't have to play against it, right? And I'm not going to draw because I know they have hand hate, so we just sit on the mana. Should be fine. Did they... No, this isn't the snow, so they can't do the Haven. Yet. Let's take a draw. So they have no... Let's just play the land first. We're discarding our Opus here. It'll be a 6/6. No! And that gets around the ward ability too. You dog. You dirty dog! Soul Shatter was one of my favorite removals from Zendikar. Quick Summon 0? No. Okay, so let's just toss a command then. So that's our turn. Good play, good play, good play. Right, I'll allow it. Perfect counter to our shenanigans. Blessed thy matchmaking algorithm. You hear about these things, and then when you start to play different decks all the time, it really does actually become true. So we get hit for 4, not a big deal. Let's take our draw. Or do we keep ramping and just take a scry? Yes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna try it again, right? And then we'll hopefully find a land next turn. Okay, goes through the second time around. Now that's consistency, right? But then gets shut down, but don't worry, you can re-execute it 3 more times. Hopefully. I mean, you do play the 60-card deck, so it takes time to get there usually, but we get pretty lucky here. Today we're listening to Dr. Octagon. Oh. So we let them discard it? It makes no difference. I mean, if we had the extra mana, sure, but we would spend a treasure to make a treasure. Just to have it in the graveyard anyways. We could have, I guess. Let's take that scry. I don't think Draconic Intervention is relevant. I like this quite a bit. Draw 2 cards, please, and thank you.
And I could use a practice partner.
Of course, we're probably going to have to discard those cards, but whatever. They probably are playing with T-Grid, right?
There's got to be a spell somewhere.
Hit for 6. Now, that's a big chunk of damage, man. Oh, no, they can't pay for it. Beautiful. Ward saves our butt skis. I'll allow it. End our turn. You'd be surprised the ward still throws people off. Oh, we have to sacrifice now, though. Shoot. That is actually really annoying. So, -3 from Onyx.
Chance. I'll make my own. Sorry, you don't make the grade.
Let's just take the scry. That's good. So we can snag Lily out here, right? Thank you. So that's 0. And now we have removal. Right, we can kill the Haven when the Haven tries to kill Will. Unless they have counter magic. They do have that blue source in play. No Haven. Life gain until it starts to be a draw engine. Oh, they duress or eliminate. Nice. That was a very, very, very good play from them. Really good play by them. Shoot, so now Haven kills Will and we don't have an answer. Man, that was, like, game-changing. Okay, they didn't use their land to do it, and we're flooding. Life, deep breaths. You know, there's lots of options here. We have our own Lily on it as well. But we need another answer for this Haven. That's frustrating me. Oh, well, there it is. They could still have counter magic. And they're going to get a draw from the Cosmos Elixir from now on. Got him. Maybe. Yeah. Okay, cool. This is still a massive problem, though. And my assistant's not running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8. Let's do it on their turn, right? See what's going on. To start. So we're going to limit the draw here. Hopefully there's not a counter spell. No, okay, cool. And we actually draw a replacement, which is sick. And of course if they don't have removal, we hit for another 4 here. Let us have it, come on. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna keep always one land in hand. They do have blue for something, right? If they play a creature or planeswalker, we can immediately react. They gain a lot of life there. Hit for 4. Get a 4/4, draw 2. Hit for another 4. Let's end our turn again. We have Creative Outburst to hit for 5. Just trying to limit this elixir from firing. Really scared of an Ugin. That's so annoying. And we have that guy. Let's take Rowan. Play Will. Draw 2.
I just need to be patient.
Force them into having removal. Yeah, we've got a Creative Outburst at the very least. Looking for an Opus, though. I think we have one, yeah. Nice. Okay, we have a 6/6 with Ward, Planeswalker in play, and more land than I know what to do with. They take out the Sculptor again!
Under my tutelage, either of you can. It was going to die.
Frustrating. What about each non-dragon Planeswalker? Shoots, man! Good match, good match. Liliana is like, or Professor Onyx, OP, right? And that's a good draw engine for them. Man, oh man, is that ever good. We have 25, they have 37. They've been doing an excellent job at handling our game plan here. We could have kept this to kill the Planeswalker. Oh, that's easy. Oh, man. You love that land. Will is at 3 loyalty. I think we just go right for the draw. Guaranteed they find an answer for Will this turn, though.
There's gotta be something useful.
Lantern's not that bad. We can discard land all day. As long as I don't have Tigger it out, we'll just discard the lands. The Lantern's fine. We don't really want to give them a lot of land because it just helps them activate the Lantern more. But as long as they're not getting the lands... Oh, wow! 2 more land off the top.
I just need to be patient.
Yeah, 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 yeah! Sick! Thanks, Will. Appreciate you, brother. Alright, so... You know, we're at 21, they're at 26.
Thought I'd miss the library.
Liliana is just gonna -8 on us soon if we don't get an answer. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't think there's a way out of this. You know, we're not running Ugin. We're trying to be, you know, relatively respectful. So I'm not sure that there is a way out of this. I mean, if we draw a couple of the right cards, sure, but without them, it's going to be tough. This guy's like, how many lands that guy got? Is someone counting how many lands in a row this has been? What? That's great. This is awesome. Content, right? How to throw a match of Magic. Just land it out, man.
On, there's gotta be something.
Hey, we can kill that. That's a target. That's their first creature, right? I don't even know. I feel like it. Yeah, it's all hand hate off the start and control now. Their first creature. Late game. Late game. Heck, I wish I had a creature. Bro, I'm telling you, I've got more lands. You keep doing that, it's just gonna, like... Okay, he's out of land. Better get scared, son. I'm out of lands. Nice. She's already at 6 though. We need a you know, command is what we need, right? know which one to take. They go to 22 life this turn unless they gain life here somehow, which I don't doubt it. They've been wiling out so hard. Good news is, there's no more land in our deck. That was pretty lucky of us. Oh! This is my life. This is my life. Deep breaths, HGG. Deep breaths. They finally are getting at our life total. Down to 8, and I think they just beat us next turn. Back to the land! Hot dog! We obviously keep that in hand. I've never drawn so much land in my entire life. Incredible. I guess we should have killed Cosmos Elixir instead, because I just had another lantern, like, right there to go. They probably have 2 more lanterns in their hand as well, right? But why wouldn't they have played Tigrid during that whole time? Maybe they just top-decked it. I don't know why they wouldn't have played Tigrid if they were just sitting on 2 copies. Doesn't matter. You know, dead next turn. Oh, dead this turn. Good game. No! I think the deck still performed really well. Maybe a misplay at some point there on my end. We should have taken you know, not the ward creature that just immediately had to sacrifice itself, and maybe kept it for the damage and then dealt with Liliana earlier. You guys who are big brain in this play-by-play, how could I have won that match? Let me know. Comments below. Let's get into another. Okay, let's recenter ourselves after that last match. We can do this. Tome scries for a red source. We discard Opus. We play the blue source right away in case we draw the red source. We can get that in rotation. Okay, it's gonna be a creature-based deck. We just kill the draw engine, right? That's an easy decision. We don't get a land here. That's heartbreaking. Yikes. We have big wipes with this intervention if we can pull us 1 red source. Right, because the discard of the Opus will be our 2nd red source for the intervention. And we hit for 8. They have a Haven, so we need to find an answer for this. Shoot! Baleful Mastery. Heartless Act, but we need the land. We need the land first. This has Hexproof from black, so that doesn't do it. This doesn't do it, but it does help because we can event even our odd. Looking like odd. We just have to find an answer for that Haven. I hate how the eliminates used act on the bottom. They get a deep draw with this. Not a fan. They could have... Oh no, that's a pathway. They take Garrick. Oh no. Oh no. Nice. And then they're into the henge. Okay, so this is unwinnable. I mean, if we pull a red source... Well, we have the red source here. If we pull, Command, we can kill the henge. And that's what we should look for. No. And it's not a red source either. What the heck, man? Just to prevent the draw. We still get hit for 4 next turn from Garrick. It hurts. It really does hurt.
I've got an axe to grind. Wanna help?
They definitely... Oh, wow. I don't even know if they will attack us. Yeah, okay. It'd be crazy if that had Vigilance. Hit for 4. They still have 3 mana out. Crazy. Yikes. Hopefully no creatures here. Let's take our scry. Not without red land. What the heck, man? Come on. Let's grab the life. Up to 16. Should have done this before the land drop, I guess. Not like it would have mattered. At a certain point, right? Let's just get in front of them with a 6/6. I don't think it's enough, and, you know, we're still kind of dead in the water here. Like, the Haven comes out, it's 7/6. I will trade with it, I'll kill that Haven, but it's just crazy. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 available mana, 6 with the Haven. Haven out of the game, which is good. What's in their hand, though, right? Like, I'm so super duper confused. Recycle their Haven back. You dog. And, of course, that's not a red land. My land luck today is phenomenal. I have so many red sources in the deck, and we've not seen a single one. Somehow I've pulled 3 out of 4 pathways of a single color. I think this is a very much a good game. If we pick up a red source, you know, we can wipe and still just get hit for 7 next turn. Right? Like, if essentially we kill a 1/1. Pretty sick value, I think. Good game. Alright, Grixis Control representing a nice long video for you guys today. A lot of matches, some ups, some downs, showing how the deck can work. I don't think we got to play Rowan's emblem on top of Liliana is the only thing that I regret not being able to show you guys, but it does work really, really good. And, you know, within Mythic, that is like the biggest BM play you can make. That's more like a play queue win, and definitely possible, but it's hard, I think harder to get to. And when you're being pushed under pressure, it's hard to go for when you want to get the win, right? So maybe we could have got it, but it's hard to say. Let me know if you guys are able to get Rowan's emblem with Professor Onyx's Magecraft to pop off I'd love to see some screenshots in the Discord. Definitely check out our link tree for the invite to that and all of our contest giveaways. You know, I've got the music on the link tree link now. You can support the channel and all of these other things. So thank you again for watching the video, supporting the channel, making it to the end. Give me a woof down below in the comments if you're still here. Watch another, right? Have a magical day, and we'll see you soon in the next.